Hey guys, welcome to this breakdown of the knockout that we saw at UFC Fight Night Overeem versus Volkov. That's UFC Fight Night 184, where we saw Alexander Volkov put a beating on Alistair Overeem and eventually get the knockout. So let's break this down. What happened? At this stage, we'd already seen that Alistair had been taking a fair amount of damage and he was covering up a lot. So did this kind of high guard, closed guard position, hands up high, that he was using just to avoid punches. We saw him do that a lot. Now notice what Volkov is going to do. He's going to paw a little bit with his left hand, a little bit of a feint, and that's going to be a right straight, right down the middle in between the hands of Alistair. So you can see the left hand, it's coming up here, a little bit of a feint, and notice how he's watching the reaction. He's got his eyes wide open, he's focused, and he is timing that right hand perfectly. So here he sees his opening, and he's going to throw it straight down the pipe. And this one lands. You can see the chin of Alistair slightly buckling, so a little bit of an impact. It's not a good angle to see on the camera, but you can see that it clearly lands, right? And this is what I meant with that hand position. So the hands are against the head, elbows low. Not in and of itself a bad position, but this is the main problem, and this becomes relevant in the next technique. Here's the opening, wide open at the sides. I'm going to see that the left hook now of Volkov is going to come traveling all the way around in a very nice arc, and one is going to land, and here you see Alistair's head snap off to the side because of the impact, right? So the hole that you see right here between the hand and the shoulder, exposing the face to a hook, is also present on the other side, on Alistair's right side. And after that right punch lands from Volkov, that left hook is just going to power through. So this is a well-placed technique by Volkov. I'm going to look at it obviously from the other side. Obviously Alistair goes down, ref steps in, and the fight's over. But from the other video angle, you see a little bit better. So let's scroll down right away to that one. Okay, so you see the overhead, and again, notice the hands, right? So Alistair had been doing this all the time. Volkov obviously clearly picked up on it, and he wants to throw that left hand looping around the guard, which is going to happen in a second. So right hand straight down the middle, and notice how that sneaks in between both hands, right? So it just sneaks in between and it lands. This is, a face full of fist, or the way that we call it. So this is a bad shot to take for Alistair. Here's the point. Remember that I just showed you guys the opening from the side view. It is also present here, as you can see. So that's where you're going to get that circular trajectory that's going to come just winding all the way inward with a big rotation in the upper body. A lot of power. Again, heavyweights, they hit hard. Even when they don't hit it at their best, it's still heavy. Look at that arc here from that left hook, how it comes traveling in and blasts through. So you can see here, this is the forearm of Alistair. This is the forearm of Alexander Volkov, and you can see that his fist is right behind it. So he's sneaking into that hole that I just explained. That means that that punch is going to land. And here you see the head snap from Alistair here. That's a heavy blow to take. And then it goes down. But also, the second point that I want to mention is that some guys missed this one, but I want you to notice, and I'll see if I can pause it just in time. Okay, notice the hand position of Volkov's hook. He's got the thumb facing in as opposed to up, which is what a lot of guys do. And this is very controversial. A lot of people still discuss this. My point is that use what works best for the situation that you're in. There's pros and cons to both versions, thumb up, thumb in. But it was interesting to see that he used that one specifically. So that's pretty much it, guys, for the breakdown. It was a good fight by Volkov. Well done. No complaints. He was smart about it. He took his time, picked Alistair apart. Alistair, dude, you fought for so long. Maybe it's time to, put the gloves down. Taking too much damage is not good for anybody. This is a heavy knockout to take, and took quite a bit of damage in the first one as well. So, guys, we gotta be respectful of everybody who has the guts to step into the octagon, but we also want people to have a life afterwards, as opposed to getting all the way messed up and being damaged. So once again, notice this beautiful technique here. The rotation in the waist and then the rotation in the shoulders that you see from Volkov here. So that's a lot of power in there. Okay, and another nitpicking point, that lead foot didn't turn all the way in, guys. Also another pet peeve of mine, left hook, you don't have to pivot all the way on that lead leg to get decent power. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here because I'm gonna complain a little bit more otherwise. But beautiful knockout as always, guys. If you want to help out the channel, subscribe, share, like it, send it to people who might want to see it, and I've got some other videos coming up soon. Okay, stay tuned. Take care.